Hello and welcome. So now in this video I am going to be having my input into the Obodo Oyinbo TV versus Soma Aku beef. Now this is not traditionally what my channel is about. I am a political channel, as you know, but I need the views, I need the numbers, I need the subscriptions. So what better to do than to get into this beef and have my input? I know there's a lot of traffic around it, so I might as well, milk it myself as well. So now let's get into it. So Obodo Oyinbo TV is a lady in her 40s, lives in London somewhere. Quite a settled lady, wife, mother, etc. The usual shebang. Soma Aku, similarly, lady in her 40s as well, lives in Ireland. Similar setup, maybe not quite. Both YouTubers, both Nigerians. Now, this lady, and I use that term loosely, Soma Aku, she has this habit of going after and attacking every black female, especially African YouTuber that she comes across. She has done this to plentiful. She has done this to many, the great and the good, the small and the upcoming. She's gone after all of them. Her favorite target, of course, are the big name black female YouTubers. People like Patricia Bright, I think her name is, etc., who have subscribers in their millions. And she really does this really for the clickbait. And I understand that there's really no shame in that. No shades, as they say. There's no shame in that, because really, as an upcoming YouTuber, what better thing to do than to try and pick a fight with a big name and then drive their traffic to your channel and hopefully retain some of their subscribers. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. That is exactly the formula for YouTube. So that's fair enough. But she also now has this habit of trolling the internet, looking for black African female YouTubers, and then picking a fight with them, really going out to try and destroy them. She particularly went after one Kenyan lady called Nilotic Empress, I think she's called. She just happened upon this lady's channel, went after her, said some pretty vicious things, very deep and disturbing things that crossed the line, she said, to the point that she jarred this lady's senses. And ever since, anytime you do look at this Nilotic Empress's videos, there's always a Soma Aku reference. She's marked that lady so hard for absolutely no reason. Now, she's done this to several others as well. There's a lady called Bukio, she's done it too. So she's done it to plenty of them. And you'd ask how I know these. Unfortunately, I troll the net too, and I keep an eye on these things, so that's how I know. I do tend to focus on politics, but that's not to say I'm exempt from the gossips and the beefs going on. I do pay attention to that as well. So now she's done this to so many people, and she's gotten away with it. She builds her profile off that. She gets content, she attacks them, she drives their audience to her, she creates this tension, and people love drama. So when the drama is going, her numbers are up, she enjoys it, she cashes in the checks, etc. All well and good. Now she has now had the lack of foresight to go after a big beast. She has now gone after a lady called Obodo Oyinbo. Now, Obodo Oyinbo, I'm not quite sure if she's Igbo, if she's Delta, etc., but she's of that ilk. Substantial woman, well-rounded, balanced. She does YouTube as well, So now this lady does YouTube, the usual cackling things that you get from this type of women. Or the pastor's done this, who slept with who, that kind of, the usual nonsense, So she does all that. So now this lady did a video on some chappie who was a fraudster, and that's just, par for course, standard stuff. But then Soma Aku now leveraged this video to try and attack this lady. So she had a pop once, The lady took the high road. The lady, and when I say the lady, I mean Obodo Oyinbo, she took the high road, and then Soma Aku had a pop again. So now, this lady has now set her cameras up, sent her husband off to the pub, sent the children off to McDonald's, locked the door, sat down, and then she went ape on this Soma Aku of a person, really deep and vicious stuff. I'll put the link in the comment section. I usually wouldn't do that, but it's quite epic viewing the way this lady went after this Soma Aku. Some deep stuff she got into. So now we now have a position of the hunter now becoming the hunted. Will Soma Aku now have the courage to take this lady on? Because this lady would absolutely destroy her without even batting an eyelid, because they're not in the same category and they're not in the same league. We can all see where Soma Aku's insecurities lie. We can see where they lay. You only have to watch one or two of our videos before you realize this. With this lady, on the other hand, she cut a substantial figure. I'm sure she's got her issues too, but her issues are not as on display as Soma Aku, who has this preponderance of outing all of her life on YouTube, just to any and everything. I'm not sure if it's cathartic, if it's just for the money, if it's a combination of the both, if it's if it's a psychological need, if there's an imbalance there. But certainly it's quite alarming, some of the things that this Soma Aku person says online. But now she said it to the wrong person. The empire strikes back. The lady claps back. The Obodo Oyinbo, a real chunk of a woman, is now sitting on top of this prickly little missy. And so that's how the story goes. We watch this space. I certainly watch with keen interest. It's always good for a laugh. This cackling hoochie mama types, battling it out on YouTube. Middle-aged women with a series of children. Most of their children are already out of universities, and these ladies are still at it. And why not? It's part of the fun and games. So yes, I decided to tap into the beef, of course, because I need the views, I need the traffic. So I'm just purely milking it to try and grow my own channel. And if I'm able to retain however many subscribers I am able to retain from just milking this beef of theirs, then all well and good. So there's my input. So Soma Aku versus Obodo Oyinbo TV. The ladies have the claws out. The vampires are flying in the dark of the night. So hide your children, hide under the sofa. Now say peace.